Go ENG.
What was that?
ENG.
Hold on. I'll come back to that. You did DPG?
E ENG.
And yes. Oh, sorry. Yes, I have that on my watch too.
I'm
Um, I have this
about,
on my watch too. This is definitely on my list.
I bought Friday. I bought some Thursday. I think it's Thursday. Either Thursday or Friday.
Oh, you're so lucky. Yeah, see, I have it right here. I have it I'm like, man, like
Yeah.
ENG like even though it's overbought. So let's go over that.
No,
'Cause
when it, go to the daily and look at it.
yeah, that's what I'm about to go over now. I'm glad you got that one, man. Good trade. I wanted that one so bad. So I'm on the 1 year,
They
1 day, one.
look at those indicators there. Look at them.
Yeah. So like the technicals look really good. I don't know how many times I mentioned this stock beforehand. And I remember mentioning back here when it was trying to break out over there, to pull back. But I knew like eventually it was going to try to test this. Like it has all the signs. Yeah.
Let's
Like it has all the
let's talk.
signs. So like here,
Mhm.
like you see that resistance at like $3. All right, so let's draw a trend line there.
Look,
Three.
look, it's Friday now. I went through that and come back a little bit. I mean Thursday.
Yeah. What you talking about on this day?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Like it covered up everything that it had on the previous day and then some. Um so let's see where else it could possibly go. Let's try to duplicate to here because that's the highest I see right now. We got that. That's a wide range, over $1.50. It looks like from $3 to 4.30. Um, let's put it on the hour chart. It's hitting that resistance. There should be more at 350. So let's duplicate that one. So 350, maybe 345. Right? If it continues the like the ideal trade on this one would be that, let's duplicate that. The ideal trade would be that it comes back to like $2.64. Right? Because we see that previous support over here. Maybe it try to sneak to like $2.50. But if it were to come down to like $2.60 sometime in the after hours, well, after hours, in the pre-market, sometime in the pre-market it comes down, which it doesn't look like it wants to. But if it were to come down, um, it would come down to somewhere around this $2.60. But it looks like it wants to make that power move to this $3.40. So maybe. So when did you get it? Where did you get in at, Fitz?
I I search for these on overnight and I put them on a watch list. So alert. So whenever they move, it alert me right away and I buy them.
Yeah. So like, did you get in on Thursday or did you get in before that?
I think it's Thursday.
Thursday. So
Thursday.
anytime during that was like, Yannick loves this one too, right? So that's awesome too. So Yannick is messaging in, so like he's just kind of watching. He said, "Mad love, bless up," right? He said,
Yeah,
"Bless
man.
up, Fritz." So like during this was what the lunch hour. The lunch hour went up before coming back down,
Right, right.
and then here we are. It's just that little pullback. So I like it when it trades over the 5 EMA. When it's over the 5 EMA,
Yeah,
then I don't think it has any time to cover this room.
all right.
Then that's where it can come down to this and test the 20 SMA. So I hope that it does not come down during the pre-market. But if it does, right, during the pre-market, it comes down to 260, right? Because of anything, we could wake up at 4 in the morning and this is already at $4.30
Yeah.
because they tend to do that. Like people get in dumb early. So like when they get in dumb early, then it really pulls back. And then it has that chance to test this $2.60 area, if not $2.50 area.
Mm.
So like, but I really like this one still on the upside if we were to pull back 260-ish and then get it to come back up to 350. That would be or even higher. That would be amazing.
Yeah.
That would definitely be amazing. Yeah, I could see that for that is for ENG, but this long term, like this consolidation right here, is like it's coming up to the zero line on the
Right.
x-axis with the squeeze.
Accumulation. Accumulation.
It's all
That's
accumulating, yeah. So like all here, so this could trade. Maybe it trades at 260-ish area sideways before continuing to go up to squeeze up higher because it wants to go up higher. Like this, like it's saying it. It's saying it all the way.
yeah.
And also, I know I mentioned SWIR. Um, it is consolidating now, right? So it should like continue, but it looks like it also wants to go down. Um, it looks like there wants to be some selling, even though that the RSI and the MACD are trying to narrow in. Looks like it might be a couple of sell days before this communication company goes up, but I still see it going higher as it has been trading pretty well. Um, you know,
But
300, 500, 300,000, 500,000. It's just picking up in volume. So I would like to see the volume get up more before I would get into this communication company.
SWIR.
Yeah.
Okay. Look at this little gem here. CAMP.
C
Let me check the volume.
CAMB
P.
P.
The volume is good. Oh, the volume is not so. Volume is only 107. CAMP.
Yeah, I have CAM Calamp Corp or
Yes.
Cam.
Yeah, CAMP. Yeah.
So like even it picked up in volume too, because after it made its all-time high,
Came
it
back
pulled
down.
back.
Yeah.
And then it pulled back and even pulled back after release of its earnings. So the
Mm-hmm.
earnings didn't bring it down even further. It didn't bring it down to the 200, but it found some base right here at this $9 area.
Right.
So
Stealing.
found it here, found it here, found it a little bit right here. Kind of broke through and pulled back, and then found it back here.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Uh,
So
they broke.
like so it's all there.
Yeah.
Let's see what it looks like on the hour chart. On the hour chart, it's starting to cross over the 200 SMA. Starting to, so yeah, I see like some upside here. All right, so let's put in, let's put that in, and then since we have that little support area, let's try to draw the resistance, and the resistance shows at 990 all the way through. Let's see what else. Maybe let's probably have to go back. Nope. All right. So after the pandemic, it came down, and now it's retesting its previous highs, um, or trying to meet pandemic levels because they're pre-pandemic levels.
Mhm.
I can see it. It's consolidating. Would like to see that consolidation continue, even though the mouth is pointing downward. It's pointing towards the momentum is pointing down towards the zero line
On your day.
or the x-axis. Like I do see it having some opportunities. I might add this one to my watch list.
Mhm.
Make sure I'm sharing this right. Am I sharing? Yeah. Trying to make sure I'm sharing my screen. So I'll add that to the watch list as well. CAMP because that one looks like. And I was looking at GO still. GO still had some upside. Where are we? Hold on. There you are. GO.
That was one I gave you one early on, right?
Yeah. So now it's starting to look like, like, okay, it really wants to break this $41 area after all this like consolidation, right? The histograms are turning cyan. I thought about getting in on Thursday, but it was pulling back, and I was, debating between this and no, actually this and Peloton. I was debating between this and Peloton because I wasn't sure if I wanted a stock that has more defense,
Mhm.
consumer defense side, like a grocery store, or if I wanted a potential blue chip stock like Peloton. But this one looks like it has some upside still, and even the contracts are relatively cheap. It's just that the volume is not really there. The open interest is kind of strong. So like this one would be like a definite holder. Like I would buy this and then just hold it and let it just ride the wave up. If I were to buy this, which I think I might, but I'm not 100% sure because LCA is still LCA, Mara are still like top of my list on stocks that I would like to get in on. Um,
Monday.
yeah, on Monday. Uh, well, Mara, I don't even have really written down yet as, but I know that is one. Let me write that down because I had that in here. Um, but definitely like between LCA, VERI, um, SWRI, DGII, and even parts, PRTS. I think that those are ones that have PRTS.
Yeah, I don't have that one, but I have it on my watch list.
Yeah, PRTS is pretty good, pretty good showing. It does do a lot of choppiness,
Yeah.
for like one day, like it'll be up 2 days and come down. But when it comes down, it'll be green the next day. Like it will do that. But as you can tell, like, a lot of the things are turning up, right? So, and it's coming from a support level. So parts is one that maybe it continues to consolidate around this $12 and 30 cent area, right?
Mhm.
Because we see that we had some candlesticks that did that,
Yeah.
but it's also engulfing that price point, right? So let's say it can continue trading sideways like it did. Let me see, when was it trading below the 20 SMA? When it was trading below the 20 SMA, which was right around here, this is the 20 SMA, this cyan color. So
Mhm.
it was trading sideways before crossing the actual SMA. And then when it crossed right around here.
Yeah. Those are what you have to look for. Those kind of cross right there.
Yeah,
Both the MACD and the stock crossover, those are winners right there.
absolutely.
Yeah.
When they all cross at one time, it's like, yes, you're doing it.
And
And
this,
you're not overbought. And it's not overbought at that point.
yeah, look at the squeeze too.
Yeah. And
The-
the squeeze as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the yellow candlesticks or
Right.
histograms were coming towards the zero line. And then just you would just ride the wave for like $3, $5 actually. So you're just riding the wave for $5 on up. So
Yeah.
that's what I would really like with PRTS.
Yeah.
Um, where are you? There you are. So so PRTS. Um, I'm, I'm still going with the communication stocks over HCHC. I was in FUZ, which was energy, a car stock, electric car stock, but I got shaken out because it has violent moves on the downside. So
Yeah.
like I got in closer to $15, but the support area was 14.20, and it just made violent moves on the downside, and it just shook me out. And I said I need to get out.
Yeah.
Um, but it still has upside, I believe. So I probably should not have gotten out, but I know I had to just because I was not feeling extra secure.
Yeah.
As I show the chart here, I was not feeling extra secure on this day, because as you can tell, like even it went up, it went up on the day and then came back down.
Mhm.
So it's like it's at this $15 area, but it's in this nice consolidation range, which gives it opportunity. As you can tell, everything is like across here is turning up there. The volume is green, and consolidation looks like it's turning turning to the upside.
Right.
So this is one that I would like to have that trade back in, but you know I'm not in it right now. And the hour chart looks even better, right? Because it's still consolidating, but the histograms are turning cyan. So I just want the dots to turn green. Like it's taking forever, but I see it. I see this one really starting to make a move, and the contracts were relatively inexpensive too. Like
Which one of the dots want to turn green? You don't. That is to show you that it's still. You don't need the dots to turn green, man. That
yeah,
is.
I wanted to turn green, so it showed
No,
me
you don't
that
want it to turn green. You want it to remain red. That is to show you that there's more upside.
right, it's consolidating, correct. But
Yeah,
when it
but when it changed to cyan right there, you want it to remain. If it remain red, it's good for you.
yeah, like that's what I was saying. I wish I was still in it. Like
Okay.
that's what I was saying. I wasn't saying like I want because it started to turn cyan. Now I'm saying that because now that it's turning cyan, the only thing that I want now is for the dots to turn green, so it can have this upside pass like it did before. Because I see it from before, right? It consolidated just like that,
Okay.
and then it finally turned green. When it
Mhm.
was when it was starting to turn green, that's when it was like, okay, now you're ready. Now you're ready for the upside.
Okay.
Excuse me, but it didn't. Excuse me, but it didn't do it yet, and that's the that's where the patience factor comes in.
Okay.
It's like having that patience to like it's still trading sideways. It's okay. Don't worry. It's going to go higher, and then another day or two it goes higher. you know
Yeah. One of the worst thing when you're waiting and then when you wake up pre-market, it up for $300 or $400.
that you're up 300 or 400. Yeah.
If no, when you're waiting on it, and then it just turn on you like that.
Oh yeah. That's the worst part. Like you're like, hold on, like how are you down? But I'm grateful that I haven't been in any like down positions in the pre-market. I'm super happy for that. Like I was because I like starting my positions in the positive, and if it's not in the positive, then relatively like close to being positive. Like I don't mind being $50 or $100 down, when I start the position. But if I'm
Okay.
like 300, $400, I've waited way too long to get out of that position, and I should have cut my losses quickly. Um, yeah, and like I would rather like lose 50 than lose 300.
Right.
You know. And that's what I lost on FUV. Like I end up losing only $50, which was
Okay.
fine. But I know when I get back in, it's going to have at least $400 or $500 of upside.
Right.
Um, and I think because it's pushing 9, and I need to start getting ready to move along. I was supposed to meet Nick, um, but I we're not meeting, so I have to like run to the store and all that other stuff.
Okay, no problem. It's up
Mm,
to you already, I just make myself available. So
nah,
whenever
nah,
you're
I love that. I love that. Like, keep on going, and as people continue to come in on their days, like if it's not you or Deb or Sonic or anyone else who is, remember Zakia was in here at one point. You have like I have people jump in and jump out, or they might ask, but ask on a day that's more convenient for them. But I like this back and forth where we have this like actual conversation about the stuff that we're looking at. I might, of course, I started talking at the very beginning just because I'm like trying to push our initiative along. But I
yeah,
believe that we have a very knowledgeable base here, and that because we have a knowledgeable base, it makes it easier to bring about companies that are available for upside or even on the downside. I know we didn't go into short selling, but there are stocks that also have downside risk or downside potential, and you can always earn on the downside.
right. But I think so far we have been doing very well with the picks that we have been making.
Absolutely.
Yeah, excellent. Because look at GM, uh, the one that we look at last week.
Which
That
one was?
well, G let me see the sign.
It was RMG.
Um
That one I was in.
MGMI.
Yeah, MGNI.
Yeah,
That one,
that
I'm
one.
like so mad that I didn't get in.
Yeah,
Because it was this day. I think this was Monday. No, the 18th was what was the 18th?
that was a killer, man. That
That's
just moving.
Friday.
It went up every day for the week.
Yeah, it went up every day,
One of the night when it closed, it jumped $400. 400. I think it was Tuesday, Monday night.
which is crazy.
Yeah,
This was such an easy play.
yeah.
Like
Every,
across here.
every indication was showing going up. Look there.
Hmm.
Everything was good right there. That little squeeze there, right there.
Hmm. Yep. I went from the red dots to the green dots. Look at that. And even stronger. On a shortened day, it was even stronger. Like, you know, this was one that is so sad that I missed, but maybe it has some potential coming up. Hopefully that it continues to trade sideways,
Mhm.
and that, once it continues to trade sideways, it doesn't trade below $30. If it starts trading below $30, then it might come closer to this 200-day SMA. But this
Oh,
was a really good one. You're right. We did pick a good. What was another one that we had that was really good too?
had clean and
That's right.
and Cobalt. All of them did well.
Oops, not that one. It was clean was CL
And
Any. That's right. That's right. Any. Yeah,
very
we
well.
have this one too. I remember this. Yeah, like this was I missed. Like I know I missed this one.
Yeah.
And being an RMG, um, being an RMG Blink and Zynga
Yeah, it did very good, man.
and GIK. I did get into GIK, and I'm looking to getting back in on it. I got onto this run up and I sold on the run up.
Okay.
Um, so that was a good trade for me as well. So like I want to get back in on this one. This is another SPAC attack.
Yeah.
The
That's
SPAC attack here.
that's after hit this pack and in and out. Boom.
Yeah.
When you go up, you jump out. When you come down, you jump back in. That's how you have to do it.
Yeah. The same thing with TTCF. I got in, got out. That was a good one. That was a good one to be in on. I wish I got back in on Max N. Max N. I thought about it on this day, but did not.
Hmm.
This is another technology solar play. It went up here. It's trying to test its all-time high at $37. It's trying its best. Let's see. Um,
MAXN.
yeah. Like I said, LCA. I want to get back in on. CONN. I've been wanting to get in on this for the longest. Only reason why I haven't is because the volume on the contracts are so low. It's like 7, 4. Like I got in on it one time. I think it was like when it was still trading at $10, and now it's like in the money, right? So I'm like, oh man, should I just throw money at it and just say forget it? It has no volume, has no volume, you know. But this is one that I think it could still go up. What was this? Wasn't food. It was consumer cyclical, but it was in. I forgot which industry it was in. Its background, but but that's a long of like I just been looking at the chart and I forgot what it actually does because I know that it's like you look like you're going to go up and I should probably, but I don't, and I just leave it alone. Um, INAQ, I got in on this day thinking it was going to break, and it didn't. The very next day, it pulled back. Um, this is another SPAC, so like it just kind of hit a resistance. So I was in like right around here. This was like the 1 p.m. hour, and I wrote it on the 2 p.m. hour, and I should have just like sold it then, but I didn't. I allowed it to ride sideways during the after hours in the closed market, and then when the market opened, I just saw weakness, and I said I need to sell it because it did this one it like pulled back on me, but it didn't pull back on me on like, oh, this is a detriment. Like I was literally in like around the same place that I sold it at, so it didn't really give me much harm. So that's why like buying near that support area is very helpful
Yeah.
because it's like, okay, well, if I just sold, like maybe I would have, but I was thinking long term with the bullish engulfing candlestick because I was like, it has the golfing and candlestick. Like what can go wrong, right? What could happen? Like, so if I was just only looking at, I don't know if I can zoom in like that, but
Right, look at for just this information on this one, GNSS, and look on that news right down the bottom there. That's the last one for tonight. GNNSS.
ah, hmm, this looks good. It's consolidating nicely. It looks like it wants to go back to its previous high.
Yeah, look
Cross
at
on the MACDs, up on the RSI. The volume is what's the volume? 1100, 300,000, 101,000. Volume's still kind of low, but like
It's at the bottom.
yeah, it's squeezing up.
Now the news.
Oh, okay. Gets $5.1 million order from the U.S. Army for long range acoustic hailing device. Huh?
Mm.
What is going on? What is going on? Okay, the company said it expects to receive follow-on orders for Army. What is it? LRAD, long range acoustic device, hailing device, critical communication systems solutions rose. Okay, because of
This
communication.
this is very important.
Communications, because of communications.
And warning capability. This is very good information right there.
Yeah, the global leader in the critical communication systems and solutions today announces inclusion with a recently released Gartner Market Guide for Emergency Mass Notification Service Solutions by analyst Roberta Whitty, David Gregory. What else? So
That is
this was on the 15th that you said this. No, it continues. Well, at least it started to nudge something around the 15th. On the 11th, it said it had an $8 price target. It's trading at $7. Doesn't seem bad. Doesn't seem bad. A nice hold, especially with what it's talking about with that communication. That's going to be a way that the U.S. Navy is going to be able to communicate with themselves because their intelligence is definitely something that they need to monitor when it comes to being anywhere overseas,
right.
anywhere on coastal waters
Right.
where you can have rogue ships out there trying to interrupt broadcasting signals from other transporting vehicles that are on the seas. So this is a good thing. It's a government contract. This trading relatively low, but on volume. But this will be something to watch. I can add that to my watch list as well. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah. Think what was the okay? And it's a relatively low float, 300,000. 30 no, 33,000. This is that volume of one-on-one, but this could like pick up.
Yeah.
That could pick up easy and start moving because the technicals are behind it. That was only on the 23rd, so like that was that Wednesday.
Right.
So tomorrow, open market, probably start moving.
Right.
Yeah, could start moving because even on the hour chart, it's saying that it's not overbought. It never relatively ever goes overbought anyway.
Yeah.
So even if it comes back to 667, at least it still has more time to consolidate and to go higher.
Okay.
I can see that.
All right. Whatever we still look on today, we saw that it will help us to move forward in this in the week.
Yes.
I hope. And as I said, if there's anything moving, you can just send me a text, something that even confirmation of what we talk about. If we talk about and if we see like it really moving, send me a text right away. Let's look at this.
Yeah, I can definitely do that. I'll make sure I do that because even ones like SELH. I've been wanting to get into this ever since like October. And look at it now. If I had the squeeze, I would have known that even though it was consolidating, still
Yeah.
had opportunity to go up higher. So like the information that you do provide, that you do pass along, I should say, that is very, very helpful because
Yeah.
it allows to see little things like this.
And
Uh,
it's still going. The squeeze is there to show you that it's still
yeah,
going. Still a trend.
yeah. Oh, crazy! I would love if this company. I would love if this company gets bought out.
I had it on my watch list too, over a month or so ago or more. So we basically, even though we didn't know, we were looking at the same thing.
Right. Hey, we had no idea. Absolutely. I
Yeah.
think there's like was it defense infrastructure?
Mhm.
It was like an infrastructure company that I was looking at, and I could text that to you when I find it because I didn't do all the background research on all the on the infrastructure ones, but there are some infrastructure plays that seem like they might be worthy of some type of like investment.
Yeah. Yeah, no problem. Just let me know.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, Fitz, for coming on in. I appreciate you so much.
You're
Uh,
welcome.
until next week, man. Let's like come back, and even with better reports of like how we did and how much we like were able to recognize certain trends and get back and get into the market and find our success on the chart pattern.
Yeah, because that's what we're looking for, when we can examine pattern and we can see it really operate according to what our expectation, and we can know that whenever we see the same thing repeat, that's it.
Exactly, because it's all this market always repeats itself as we realize, right? It's just repeating itself, and then sometimes we need an extra set of eyes to help out with those repeats. Most times.
All right. You have a good night.
Chris, you have a good night. Yannick, enjoy. Thank you for chiming in and bringing in the news about the stimulus package being signed by Trump. That was very, very helpful. Thank you so much. And until next time, until next Monday, you know, we're here. Yeah, bless up. There he is. You, know,
See you.
you can unmute if you want. I'm unmuting you.
You guys have a good night.
All right.
All right.
Take care, Fitz. Take care, Yannick.
Okay.
Oh, have a good one. Yeah, it's loud. I didn't want too much noise.
No, I get it.
But Jaden's here, Jimmy here. You know what I'm saying? We wasn't missing it. So you know what I'm saying.
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah. Oh, you over there with Jimmy?
Yeah, me, Jimmy, Jay. So I was like, I picked up my charger. I was
I
like,
can still
dudes.
come through.
I mean, if you want to pull up.
All right, cool. 'Cause I don't know
I
what.
have no L though. My bad.
No, I have green.
Oh, word, fire, yeah, pull up.
All
Word.
right,
Good to see
sweet.
you. All right, bet.
Let me wrap all this up. I'll swing on through.
All right, bless.
Yeah.
All right, Nino, pulling up.
Little green too. Good for none.